Hello, welcome back, everybody. Episode 3 of 4 of tonight's live prediction shows. Myself and the man in the van, Jay's Fight Talk, with me as always. Jay, this for me could be fight of the night in Monaco. Last one we're going to cover there for tonight in Monaco. Gary Cully fighting Maxi Hughes, and it's a bit of a crossroads fight, if you want to call it that. You know, Cully probably still classed as on the way up, even though he's 28 and he's had 19 fights. Maxi Hughes, 34 now. You know, he's been in big fights in America with Zepeda and George Kambosos Jr., where he was robbed. He's 27-7-2 now. We know why Maxi Hughes has been brought over to Monaco to be an opponent for Gary Cully in this one. He's been brought over because they want to use Maxi Hughes' name to propel Gary Cully onwards. Yeah. But the jury's out still on me for Cully. You know, he's a 6'2" lightweight, which is outrageous for the weight for a start. He can't not be tight at the weight. You know, Jose Felix, bombed him out. We saw what Lewis Crocker did with him after that, with the way that he should have been dealt with, really. He's come back. He's had a few decent wins, should we say, against Mold and Patera afterwards, but he's looked vulnerable in them. And I watched both of them. I remember them happening. He has looked a little bit vulnerable. So I'd imagine Cully will be a bit of a favourite in the fight, but roads are pointing towards Maxi Hughes for me. They really are. I mean, I don't know how you see the fight, first of all, but yeah, I think I understand the sentiment in the making the matchup, but
risky, man. It's very, very risky for Team Cully. I think touching on, we covered it briefly in No Punches Pulled, our podcast that you can catch weekly on Spotify and YouTube, and SW Fight Hub's YouTube channel, by the way, quick plug. But no, I said that, Gary Cully looks the part. He's tall, he's rangy, he's a nightmare for that weight division. Going back to something you said, though, just then, was he must boil down and kill himself to get to that weight. And I think that plays into his vulnerabilities.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that because he has to concentrate so much on getting down to his weight, that he has very little time to rehydrate, so that mid-points throughout the fight, you see that his power bar drops and he has to take a lot, to get his second wind. I think he would be better in the weight division above, but I think he's comfortable with his power down at that weight, because he hits pretty hard for that weight division. The problem he's going to have is Maxi Hughes will be in his face from round one
that's
to the final bell. And what I worry about for Cully is, can he be consistent for, is it a 10 or 12 rounder?
It'll be a 10, I believe.
Can he be consistent?
Yeah, it's 10.
I don't think he hits hard enough and is strong enough to keep somebody like Hughes at bay for 10, 12 rounds. I just don't believe he can do that. For me, if Maxi Hughes turns up, this is going to be an absolute dogfight.
Yes.
Absolute dogfight. I'm really excited for it, man. Really excited. I rate Maxi Hughes highly. I know him. He's from fairly close to me, sort of Doncaster area. I know Steffi Bull and them. So I've seen Maxi all the way through. And it's brilliant that he's getting his sort of flowers now. I know he's had a couple of shitty ends of the stick in terms of decisions, like the Kambosos decision. But the promotion have stayed true to him, and they've given him fights. They've sort of given him, thrown him a bone.
Getting opportunities. He didn't look great in that 6-rounder on the GBM card last time. He found a great shot in the last round.
But does he turn up when he has to? The answer is yes.
Definitely.
Cully has flattered to deceive when it's been the big nights, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's sort of come unstuck and unfolded. So it's a massive test for him, this. If he comes through this, man's got my respect. Not that that means anything. I didn't mean it like that. What I'm saying, it'll change the way I view him. Because for me, at the minute, he's not a prospect now. He's past that point.
Like you said, he's 28 now. He's had 19 fights. He needs to be...
This will tell us where he is on the landscape. Yeah. Because Maxi Hughes is just getting to the end of his career, and he's just getting to that point where he's teetering on world level. If he went out there and stopped Maxi Hughes, that's massive. Just to beat him is a big enough accomplishment. So, I'm really excited. Really, really excited for this fight. It could be, like you said, fight of the weekend.
Yeah, 100%. Big Supreme, thanks for joining us, as well as DJ Pat. Maxi Hughes is the favourite. Okay, well that makes more. I don't think he opened as Beatrice Ferreira's the co-main. Okay, because that's a world title fight, isn't it, Pat? That makes sense. Pat said it stinks of an upset from Hughes. Cully can get in trouble. The fight all the way, split decision.
Wouldn't be an upset for me though. Wouldn't be an upset, but I get what you mean.
I know it is interesting that Hughes is the favorite. I'd have said that they would have had Cully, but look, I'm going to go with Maxi Hughes. I think Maxi Hughes takes it via a decision in this one. I think it might be a step too. It's not even too soon, really, for Cully. It's the right fight at the right time. But yeah, I just think Maxi's going to get it done. I think his know-how in this fight's going to see him through. In a close enough fight, I think he's not going to run away with it. But yeah, I've got Maxi, mate. How'd you see it?
I think Hughes is going to stop him late. I just think he's going to be all over him, and I think Cully will just drain. And I think eventually it'll be a cumulative effect. And I just think that Cully will just empty his gas tank, trying to get Maxi out of there. Maxi's really crafty, really clever. I think he'll old man him, and I think he'll have him chasing shadows for a lot of the night. And I see definitely a Hughes win, but I see him stopping him late on. If it's a 10-rounder, it'll be 8. If it's a 12-rounder, I think it'll be 10. So a couple of rounds from the end, I see Hughes getting a stoppage.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a 10-rounder, definitely.
About round 8-ish, late
yeah.
on.
Perfect. Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments, guys. Thanks to Big Supreme and Pat for tuning into this one. That should be a great fight, this 10-rounder. Gary Cully, Maxi Hughes could steal the show for me, this one. We're back for one more. Natasha Jonas, Savannah Habazin. Catch us